Welcome back. So we've talked about our inherent inalienable rights. Well, what about the government? Does the government have rights? No, the government does not have any rights. The government has responsibilities. And we delegate to the government the authority necessary to honor the responsibilities we have given it, and no more than that. So if we were going to make a hierarchy, it would be creator, people, government. See, the government isn't created. It's instituted by people. And the people have the right to hold the government accountable. Now, the words of the Declaration are kind of almost revolutionary when you think about it, because what the Declaration said was that governments are instituted among men to protect their rights, and if a government doesn't do that, the people have the right to alter or abolish it. Did the folks who signed the Declaration mean those words? Yeah, they did. As a matter of fact, they meant them literally. The first form of government that this country had was not the Constitution. It was the Articles of Confederation, and they lasted for 9 years, and they didn't work. And because they did not work, the citizens of this country were not, in fact, in a place where the rights that they had been endowed with were being protected, where the society was such that they could pursue happiness. So the same folks who signed the Declaration and then created the Articles, came back together in a constitutional convention that was only supposed to rewrite the Articles. And when they came together in their very first plenary session, they said, you know, those Articles, they don't work. We need to throw them out and start over. And they did, which is why we now have the United States Constitution. So the folks who wrote those words, that if the government doesn't honor its responsibilities, the people have the right to alter or abolish it, acted on the words they wrote and gave us a constitution that does protect the rights of the citizens of this nation. It's very clear, not just from the words of the Declaration, but from the actions of the people who signed it, that they meant very literally that government is the servant, is the tool of the population, and that government has a job to do, and that the people need to hold the government accountable to do its job, but government must answer to the people who instituted it. That kind of is lost in today's conversation, that if you even begin to talk about government doesn't have any rights and government is accountable to the people in a way that is more than just rhetorical, people are like, oh, how can you say that? It is the founding premise of our nation. We need to act on that. We can't just wring our hands and say, oh, there's nothing we can do. In fact, there's quite a bit that we can do that is practical and doable right now today. And in the next couple of days, we're going to be talking about steps that we can take to hold the government accountable so that we can make sure it honors the responsibilities that we have given it and nothing more. See you tomorrow.